Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm joined with a very special guest. He's a friend of mine, fellow colleague. We're both industrial designers in college together, learning and studying at the University of Houston. Today he's just going to be going over a little bit of insight as to what exactly he does, his channel, his interests, future goals of his, and different things like that. So without further ado, I'm glad you could make it. Let's tune into a great conversation today with my friend Mehdi Mortazavi.
How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going, Addison? It's going pretty good, actually. It's been a pretty good break. How about yourself?
My break's been all right, man. So, as you know, I started the channel, and
Yeah.
that's about it. I started the channel, and I've just been working and stuff. Just taking a rest off from the semester.
Yeah, for sure. Did you do anything design related over the break?
I actually haven't.
Like projects or anything?
What have you done?
I just did some renders, I just did some SolidWorks modeling. And as you know, I started the channel, the Design by Mehdi channel on YouTube. Hopefully we can grow our channels together, Edison.
That's the goal. Hopefully, yeah. So, for those watching who don't know, can you just kind of talk about what you do a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm an industrial design student. We're in the same studio with Addison. Third year, juniors currently. We're going to be seniors next year, and we're going to graduate in 2 years. Almost less than 2 years, actually. So that's what I do. I also work in my school. We have a design shop. It's just a workshop, wood shop, metal shop. So I work there. So I get a little exposure from the tools, from the people working with the tools. So that's that. And I'm not actually from here. I'm from Iran. We came here it's just a personal piece of information. We came here like 5 years ago.
Got you. But hey, before we get into that, I want to ask you a quick question about industrial design. Because a lot of people, I'm sure you've experienced this too, being a student. A lot of people walk up to me and they're like, what is industrial design? And I tell them, and then like 5 seconds later, they think it's like architecture or something. So what exactly is that, industrial design?
Industrial design. Industrial design, we design industrial machines for companies. That's what industrial design is. It's the same as industrial engineering,
Yeah,
no, it's not. Industrial design is industrial design is designing everything but buildings. So you look around yourself, you see thousands of products every day, so each of those products were designed by someone. They designed the product and they mass produced it and they sent it to the market. So that's industrial design. So everything except buildings, or everything but buildings.
Yeah, for sure. And I totally agree with you, man. Like I can't imagine like having to design like factories and stuff. Okay, I'll take that back, because people, I work at like a small job. I have a little gig at a grocery store, and like people ask me, so what do you do and stuff? I'm just like, oh, industrial design. And they're like, okay, so like you design like factories and stuff, like that's very important. Or can you design houses? I'm like, no, I do, like we do homes, cars, fashion. It could be anything. So yeah, and I think like it's gonna be like a very big like career field in like a few years here, with like the onslaught of the maker movement, different things like that, and how people are like using 3D printers to make things, and the whole evolution of that. So you start talking about yourself a little bit, where you're from and stuff. So like, how do you feel your background, where you come from and stuff? How are anything like that influence what you want to do in the future?
I do get some inspiration from my culture, from the Iranian/Persian culture, when I'm designing something in the aesthetics of the product. But I don't think anything relevant really like how my background will affect me in the future or something, like in the career field. But I don't think there's anything other than than just just some inspirations sometimes, Yeah, well, there is one thing that I want to say. Actually, for the future, I want to get into the defense industry, as Addison knows.
Yeah.
Be a defense designer. There aren't a lot of them out there, so I'll be one of the only ones actually, because they all consider themselves as engineers.
Mm-hmm.
Addison knows. So I suppose back in high school when I was in Iran, we used to, my classmates and I used to just talk about defense stuff. Just it's just something that I really find interesting. So I think the roots of my future goals are from the little talks that we had with other classmates. So I think that's how it's gonna affect the.
Yeah, because I remember when I first met you, back in 2018, freshman year. No, or was it? It was probably the spring 2019. Either way, yeah, it probably was spring. But then, like, I don't know how, but like we started talking about like the military and stuff like that because my dad, right? And then, oh, by the way, where is? Oh, I could have called him in. You could have met him. Dang. Okay, I'll get him because I think they're out running errands or something. But yeah, my dad, he served in the military, and yeah, he lost his arm in service and stuff. And I think that's kind of how we started talking about defense. And you're like, oh, I want to go into defense. I was like, oh, what is that? And then you have your line.
I was always like into weapons, but now it's just like I have some different goals. I want to get into exoskeletons, armors,
That's right.
helmets, wearable devices, things like that.
Speaking of which, did you see the new DARPA video, bro? About they were like dancing. It was like holiday stuff, but
I did not.
Okay. It was just a little thing on social media, but like apparently, DARPA, they have the little yellow robot. They have the humanoid ones. They're like dancing to like some old school song. It was pretty weird.
I think I saw something like that. Yeah, the robots from Boston Dynamics, right?
Boston Dynamics. Yeah, I said DARPA.
Yeah.
Boston Dynamics.
Well, DARPA, Boston. Yeah, they work together actually.
They work together. Okay. Yeah, that's the future, and
that is the future.
One day maybe we'll send robot humanoids instead of sending
humans. Yeah. That is the future. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about giving an autonomous robot a weapon to go fight your wars, but then when you think about it, you're doing the same exact thing with drones. Drones
that's
are
basically it. Because drones basically just fly, right?
Exactly, big flying robots. That's controlled by someone. Now, if that someone can control, let's say, 100 robots at the same time, then you have a troop of like 3,000 robots fighting. I don't know, like the enemy or something. It's
like I feel like I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking like, what if instead of like soldiers, like sitting, or excuse me, instead of soldiers going and training and stuff, what if we just hire a bunch of gamers to sit at a computer screen, and then they just control like their little robot and stuff, A casualty-free war.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe not gamers because they do some crazy things.
Okay.
But maybe like trained professionals, trained
professionals. That's right.
Yeah, like robot drivers, whatever. I don't know. But then that's one future that can happen. In the military, there was a document that I read a few months ago. So the military has some short-term, some medium-term, and some long-term goals, right? Mm-hmm. And skeletons are a part of all three goals. So the short-term goals, like they want to make just the passive, or they want to design a passive exoskeleton that helps the soldier, to run faster, or not run faster.
Before, yeah.
Carry more heavier items, and then so in the long-term goals, they want to do like completely autonomous exoskeletons that actually makes the soldier a super soldier. So why, so why not just start now?
Right. And maybe with those exoskeletons, we could even cut down on the amount of boots on the ground we need, because we have stronger soldiers. So I guess you don't need as many. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you want more. I mean, I don't know how funding.
That's for sure. I mean, if a super soldier can fight with 10 enemies, then instead of 10 soldiers, you only need 1 soldier. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, the enemy is not going to be as advanced as probably the U.S. military, unless they're like or something. I don't know.
I got you. So in order for you to, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say that like a lot of the military things after a certain war or something, they actually translate into the civilian fields and like the medical fields, which will eventually help. So with the exoskeleton example, it's going to eventually help. It's going to help patients. It's going to help patients with disabilities, and it's going to be what I think it's going to be. It's going to be an everyday item, something that you just wear, and then you just go jogging or something.
Like a super suit.
A super suit, yes, but a super suit that's not used for the military. Yeah, that's just for everyday.
That can protect you like in the civilian world.
And yeah, exactly. So that's like what some companies are doing. They're they're designing these are almost exoskeleton looking things to help workers with heavy loads and things like that. Exobionics, one of the companies are called Exobionics. Super cool company.
Okay, right. Okay, let's see what else. So also, for those of you who are watching, I'm also an industrial designer, by the way, and I'm looking at getting into sustainable design and renewable energy and different things like that. So, so Mehdi, I was pretty intrigued by, when we first met, and you were talking about defense and stuff like that. So, how, I guess, do you see, like, what do you think the world, the future wars and battles and conflicts are going to be over? Because I was reading a book right now because my interest is sustainability and stuff like that. And in class, we learned that in the future wars are going to be fought over natural resources like water, land, and stuff like that. So, right. What do you think future conflicts will be?
Well, as everyone probably know by now, water is a tradable good now. It's in the stock market. So I think, yeah. So water, I think water is going to be the main resources that people is going to fight over with each other. Oil is going to be a thing of the past with all these electrical cars and electrical things, which is good actually. It's better for the environment. But the water thing is very important. But I'm sure people like I don't know, like Bill Gates or like Elon Musk. They're going to come up with some designs that they can just transform the ocean's water into drinkable water.
Right. Desalination. That's right. Yeah.
Desalination, yes, but like something that is more efficient. Something that you don't need a big ass plant for it.
That's right.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Which we kind of went through all my questions already. You got any other things you have going on? Any projects you're working on? You said you started doing videos, right? You said you started doing some things in SolidWorks and KeyShot and stuff like that.
Yeah, so before we talk, we were supposed to talk at 2:30, but I was actually working on a video. So I tried to challenge myself to model a tape dispenser in an hour. So that's what I was recording. So it's gonna be just a short series. It's gonna be a 3 episode series of me modeling the model in SolidWorks and then taking it into Keyshot and then some post processing in Photoshop, um, which I thought can be interesting. I don't know, for people to watch. Maybe they can skip over the boring parts and just listen to the details that I'm giving them about SolidWorks. It's good for beginners. And I have an upcoming video in like a month or so. I don't know, and that is going to be about um, 10 things or 5 things I wish I knew about SolidWorks when I just started using SolidWorks. Uh, because we both have friends, sophomore friends. They just want to start, or they want to
Be
start,
helpful.
doing SolidWorks. Yeah, this semester. So it's going to be very helpful for them and for other people as well.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
so
Yeah,
that's a goal, and I have some more key shot, key shot tutorials. I enjoy doing
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
almost about everything.
Were you saying?
Oh, Addison, I think the internet is like kind of laggy.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, we're back.
yeah, we're back. Okay.
Okay. So in conclusion, so basically, you're looking at doing yeah, man, because honestly, there's a lack of good Keyshot resources and SolidWorks resources on YouTube.
Mostly SolidWorks, yeah.
Mostly SolidWorks. Most of the
Yeah.
videos are like 10 years old.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely that could help me because we still have like another year and a half. So
Yeah.
definitely. And once again, you guys can follow Mehdi at what's your channel name again?
It's called Designed by Mehdi. It's designed by Mehdi.
Yeah, we're gonna have it right here. Designed by Mehdi.
Yes, sir.
You guys be sure to check him out. Give him some nice channel love. And Mehdi, it's always been a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir. It was good talking to you, sir.
It was good talking to you, getting caught up. I'll see you in a week or two, whenever school starts. And let's have another good year, man.